Hello everyone, today I want to introduce you by far our company's most selling product with also a live walkthrough that has potential to almost successfully grow every kind of business out there in the market and maybe yours as well. The reason why this product could affect every kind of business positively is that it is something that every business professional could relate. It is about meeting. Whether it's with a client, a team member, or even a partner, it does not matter. Meetings are the backbone of every successful operation, and every business needs efficient meetings. And there is nothing more frustrating than realizing such important moments went unproductive and you were unable to convert those leads into paying clients during the meeting. But what if I told you with this product that I'll be explaining in a minute, you could directly boost your profits as you will start closing deals and get the payment from the clients during or right after the meeting. So our product is named Meeting Master and it mainly has three stages: before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. So let's directly get started with stage one, which is by far the most important stage because it includes preparation and also information. Imagine walking into a meeting with a client, but not just with a general agenda, but an in-depth information about the client, the individual that you'll be interacting with. You know their thoughts on certain topics through their interviews, you know their family life, you know their social media posts, also you know their hobbies and recent activities. But the most important question that I can hear you asking, why should I know all of these information? The answer, in fact, is coming from a previous decade. The author of the most selling book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie, once stated that the most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. Understanding the person side of the people you're going to meet isn't just about having an everyday chat. It is about building a personal relationship with your client and building the trust which is needed to close the deal. Carnegie's book has sold millions of copies worldwide because it taps into a fundamental truth. People are more likely to cooperate, do business, and make payments to people that they feel understand and values them in a personal level. One important thing most people often overlook is that only 20-25% of the meetings that you're doing with your client is about services you're delivering, your offer, or your package or pricing. 80% of your success hinges on whether your client genuinely liked you, whether you truly made that personal connection and built that trust you need to close that deal. Okay, so now you're fully aware that how important it is to know this personal information to create the personal bonding with the client, which is the key to close the deal. But now you're going to ask, isn't it will take too much to gather all of this information about the client? In fact, with AI, it doesn't. So this is the point where system starts beginning and the magic starts. With the API keys of Perplexity AI, the system product gathers personal information about the individuals that you're going to meet, which are their position, experience, interviews, thoughts and vision on specific topics, hobbies, posts, and family life. Also, it gives significant detail about the market, about the company that you're going to meet, about their services, board budget. So you know what? Let me just do live walkthrough so that you could understand all of these and to solidify what I'm talking about. This is the product we have. I'll just do a live walkthrough so you could understand it. So here, when you come to this platform, you're just writing the company name, let's say Sky High Aviation, the company that you're going to meet, number of individuals that will be in the meeting from your clients from the company's side, then the individual's name that you will be talking to. So in this case, we sold this to an insurance firm. So I'm just giving an example of their meeting with their client, which is in aviation sector. You're just saying your objective, exploration, potential collaboration on insurance. You're just picking a date, let's say 5th of September. It was 2 p.m. So then we're going to create the report. It successfully creates us the report. We're just going to say show the report, and then it takes a time. Then we're downloading the report. So the system pretty much created a pre-meeting report for us. What are included in this pre-meeting report? So a general overview is included about the meeting. We have company information, the industry company overview. We have the key insights, their operations, their markets. Here, as you can see, North America, Europe, Asia. Their key priorities, which is really important because if you're in a sales meeting, the most important thing you have to know about the company is that their priorities. their company size, employees, annual revenue, so that you could have any information about their budget, uh, annual operational expenses, and their future plans. For example, Sky High Aviation, we know that allocated 200 million for technological upgrades, and also their initiative, which is sustainability. But the magic starts at this point. You're gathering personal information about the people that you're going to meet. So Michael Turner, we know that he is the chief operating officer. His background, he worked in Delta Airlines, United Airlines, American Airlines, so that you can find common points to talk about. His education, so it was in MIT, it was about aeronautical engineering. Also, the magic again starts here, his hobbies. All of this information is gathered by some other AI-backed platforms and Perplexity AI's API keys. The system is educated to find every single detail about the person. So here you could see he's a marathon runner and golf player, so that you could talk about these topics to build that personal relationship. He is married with Emma Turner. He has 3 children. Further notes, he's planning to write a book. Maybe you could talk about this, as I said, to build that relationship. He was fired from American Airlines, and in an interview, he emphasized that mastering new language is one of the most crucial skills for the younger generation. In fact, these information are really important for you to build that relationship. I was in a meeting, I found out that the client was a Fenerbahce supporter. It's also the team that I'm supporting. So it was like an hour of a talk, but for like 40 minutes, we all talked about Fenerbahce, and then 20 minutes, we talked about the offer, the package. What happened? I managed to close the deal because I managed to build that personal relationship that everyone needs to increase their conversion rates. And as you could see, this will prepare you a perfect pre-meeting report that will help you to build that relationship and close the deal in the meeting or right afterwards, so that you could get the payment. But it is not just creating a pre-report, a pre-meeting report. The product also has some more advanced functionalities, and let me show you, and let's get back to the slides. So as you saw, there were also information about company in the pre-meeting report, and the last functionality of the before phase is that it creates and sends invitations automatically, and it also sends follow-ups and reminders automatically through faster communication platforms as WhatsApp. So the product continues during the meeting as well. The first stage of during the meeting is that it transcribes all the meeting with different speakers. So no worry to take notes, no worry to do other stuff, because all meeting is getting transcribed, which is a usual thing. The second functionality is a really complex and advanced one. AI not just only listens, but understand. It does action item tracking. So what does this mean? It means that AI identifies and automatically track action items and assign them to relevant team members. Let me give an example. So let's say the boss gave a job to the CTO. He wanted him to do something until 9th of September. So AI detects that, assigns that to the necessary person, and adds that to the Google Calendar of the person in the meeting. So it's a nice way to be efficient and organized. The last part of the during stage is sentiment analysis, which is also an advanced and complex one. It analyzes the product, the AI analyzes the tone and sentiment of the conversation, helping to identify if there are any potential disagreements or areas for improvement before they happen to be bigger issues. So this is really important. You could get AI's comments on the meeting as well if there were any disagreements, or if there were points that could be better, speaking kinder, speaking in a better way. So the system is pretty much will be specialized and educated for your company. The product will be educated for your company. It could seem as a full package product, but as we always say, there are no strings attached. All of our products are special for your company and for your business. So let's move on to the after stage. When the meeting ends, the work doesn't end, unfortunately. So the product also has an after stage included in the package. The first one is creating and sending reports. As pre-meeting reports, the product AI also creates a post-meeting report. And let me just show you that report as an example. So this is a post-meeting report. It is exactly the same example of the pre-meeting report. It's again the same company. By the way, this is a real example, but some names and company names are changed due to the NDA agreement. So basically, the report gives us a summary, objective, and attendees. There are key discussion points in the post-meeting report, as there were key insights in the pre-meeting report. So these are the topics discussed, the important ones. And the most important part is here, next steps and action items. Although AI does action tracking and assigns works that are need to be done, and assigns these works to necessary departments, necessary people, and adds it to their Google Calendar, it also includes these steps in the post-meeting report. As you could see, there were like some agreements. Also, a follow-up meeting was scheduled for September 20th. It is writing here, but AI also adds this to calendar of each people. So this is how the system works. It is transcribed into a document, and through that document, AI identifies the key actions that are need to be done and sets those actions through automations. This is also included in the package. So if people are agreed to have a follow-up meeting on September 20th, AI detects that and adds that detail, adds that action to Google Calendars of the people that will be in that meeting. So there are also key takeaways here. So streamlined claims process, focus on emerging risks and collaboration potential. And lastly, before the conclusion, there are next steps, which are the proposal development. So Secure Life Insurance should develop a proposal by September 18th, which is also added in the calendar. And there should be a follow-up meeting, which is the next steps. And there is a conclusion for the meeting. So this is how the post-meeting report works. Now I'll show you another functionality that after meeting phase has in the package. After this report is created, AI also does automated follow-ups to the people, again, through faster communication platforms and or any other platform according to preference. And also the last functionality, which is really helpful, is that our product gives you a question platform where you could ask questions about the meeting. If you don't want to go through the whole transcription, if you want to just like get quick answers, ask questions and get answers, AI is there in the platform. You could just write like, what was the CRM that aviation company was mentioning? I just forgot about it. And AI, which is supported by the knowledge base of the whole meeting as it is getting transcribed, will answer you and give you the necessary answer. So if you want to get like a quick answer to your question about the meeting, you will be able to do that before asking to any other person or going through the whole transcription. So as a summary, the product has 3 stages. Before the meeting, it creates a pre-meeting report, including personal information and company information. After that, it sends invitations and reminders. During the meeting, it transcribes the whole meeting. It assigns, actions that needs to be taken to necessary departments and adds those actions to Google Calendar of necessary people. And lastly, it also has a functionality where it does and covers the sentiment analysis. In the after phase, it first creates a post-meeting report just as the pre-meeting report, and then there are like automated follow-ups. And finally, there is a question platform where you could get answers quickly and immediately about the meeting. And now I'll talk about the outcomes. As a company, we prioritize the outcomes because they are what matters to you, what matters to business owners. So according to our experience with this product, according to the feedback we received from our clients, we actually saw that using a meeting master isn't spending money, but rather than that, it is actually investing money. So the reason for this is that the ROI that this system generates is different than others. Why? Because first, it is very clear, and secondly, it is so fast. So let me just explain why it is really clear and why it is really fast as well. So it is because the product actually affects the conversion rates, affects your meetings, and affects your profits. So as you will have higher rates of closing deals, we can actually see that the ROI is like really clear. We don't need complex KPIs. If you could close more deals, if your meetings are more efficient, if you're saving more time, it is really going well. And secondly, I'll talk about the fast thing. Again, for this ROI, unlike other projects, you're not going to receive the returns in months or in a year, in years, but rather than that, you will receive the returns in a week or at maximum in a month because the system will directly start working. So then you will manage to have long-term partnerships with your clients as you will be building those personal relationships, personal bondings. Again, because of the properties that the product has about key action item tracking and also a post meeting reports, there will be an improved task completion inside of the firm as well. So the product actually affects the internal workflow automations as well. Fourth is, as I've mentioned, saving time as there will be reports, as meetings will be transcribed, and as there will be a platform where you could get questions and get immediate answers about the meeting, there will be a lot of time saved. And finally, because it's an organized way, there will be clarity. And because there is clarity, people will not need to worry about taking notes or like getting the answers of these questions, etc. So there will be a focus, which in fact creates efficiency and which in fact make you able to have more profits. So as you learned about the product, now you're going to ask what are the next steps of the journey? How should I implement this? So let me just explain. As Monk Group, we all know that every business has different properties and different insights that we have to be focusing. So that's why if you want to use a system and if you want more conversion rates and more profits, and if you want to have those personal relationships with longer term partnerships with your clients, it's really easy. You could just book a free strategy call. It is not like a promotion thing that we're doing. As I said, it's just free. We're just going to talk about your company, discuss what are your needs and how we could fit this product into your company. So I think right now you're fully aware of the system. So the methods you have to do, the steps you have to follow is, as I mentioned, book a free strategy call. It's completely free. And as I said, we're tailoring a solution for you and your company, no strings attached. And if you implement these systems, your conversion rates will increase dramatically. You will start closing more deals. And maybe then you could be the next success story and you could be the new showcase actually. So thank you for listening and I'll catch you up in another video. I hope the product will perfectly fit into your company.